is Tanishka, and I'm going to be discussing climate change and more specifically, human impact of climate change. So I have a story. The year is 2012. Well, 2011, 2012, and there's been news buzzing around that an asteroid is going to destroy the Earth, right? So little 4 to 5-year-old me discovers this news site, and it says that the Earth is ending in a year. All of humanity will be destroyed. Yeah, that did not happen. But I was so terrified. Imagine hearing that news at 5 years old that I just accepted my fate. I was just like, this is it. This is the end. It's just like in the movies. So you know what I had to do? I needed to toughen up. I had to mentally prepare myself. I said, you know what? I've lived long enough. What, 5 years? Good enough for me. I graduated preschool, and that was hard enough. And then I told my parents, hey, I'll miss you. I really will. But before, our time on this earth ends, I just want to say something. There's this really new Lego set that just came out, and it costs a lot of money, but I don't have my own income yet. So I was thinking, could you buy it for me? Then I got a lecture from my parents to never trust fake news sources. That news source said that the Earth will be ending in 1 year, but honestly, based on the current trajectory of our planet, I think it's going to be even sooner, maybe without the help of an asteroid. You see, climate change has been impacting our Earth at a very fast pace. Like the singer Chappell Roan said in her song Good Luck Babe, you'd have to stop the world just to stop the feeling. Well, in this case, we'd have to stop the world just to stop the issue because it's not slowing down. Many sources state that global temperatures will rise to at least 2.5 degrees Celsius. Like 1.5 degrees Celsius, that's 2.7 degrees Fahrenheit because, we live in the USA. By the year 2040, that's only 16 years from now. It might seem like we can change something, but honestly at this point, I don't know. So we have to admit that humans have been a really huge culprit when it comes to the intense climate crisis. I mean, think back to the Industrial Revolution, right? Coal production and advancements in technology definitely increased the amount of greenhouse gases. Factory waste contaminated water, people engaged in deforestation to make way for buildings and factories. Although these things have been occurring, what's going on currently is taking it to a whole new level. So I wanted to talk about carbon emissions first. So you may be asking, okay, who knows what carbon emissions are, first of all? Okay, so carbon emissions is basically the release of carbon dioxide or greenhouse gases into the atmosphere. And this is usually the byproduct of burning fossil fuels, which are coal, oil, and natural gas. So this is harmful to the environment because the more carbon dioxide released, the more it's going to raise the temperature. Because the more it's going to raise the temperature, and it's going to interfere with the natural greenhouse effect, which is what warms the Earth's natural surface. And think about it, we have 8 billion people, or almost 8 billion people on this Earth, and each of us has a large amount of carbon emissions. So we need to act on this issue fast and in any way possible. The second thing I want to talk about is plastic use. Now, we humans use a lot of plastic, and for different reasons. Plastic bags, plastic surgery, especially here in California. And what I noticed is that 56% of plastic, 56% of plastic is used towards packaging. And that's kind of disheartening to hear because the plastic doesn't even get used. So for instance, and I know that Zara touched upon this, fast fashion companies like Shein usually use plastic packaging in order to package their clothes. And I know, I've seen 7 Shein bags in my parents' closet. Yeah. So plastic usually gets dumped in landfills or oceans, and it's not here, we don't see it in the US, but we usually see it in third world or developing countries. And this affects the environment in a very harmful way because, first of all, a lot of toxins get released during plastic production. It can also increase greenhouse gases, and then also it can become a choking hazard for marine life, and this leads to extreme injury and death. So you may be thinking, what can we do to combat these issues? Well, first of all, we need to take the first step, and the first step is we need to address the problem of climate change, and we need to spread the word around to other people so that more people can be able to take action and become informed. Second, we need to implement solutions in order to fix these issues. So, for instance, if you're relying on your car a little too much, then maybe you can start walking or biking for closer distances, or even use the public transport. It only costs like $1.25. The only thing about public transport is that you need to get on as fast as possible, because otherwise you might miss your bus. I know, me and my mom, we waited for a bus for an hour and it didn't come. And then, if you want to reduce your plastic use, a really good way is to start bringing your own bags to the grocery store. So, let me tell you a story. My mom, she's definitely improved since, the Shein plastic bags and everything. She's been bringing her own plastic bags to the grocery store. And she's been doing this for 5 years, and honestly, I'm really impressed. Yeah. Okay, so she doesn't usually check the brands of, the bags. So let's say you're going to Domino's, right? And then you bring this plastic bag. It's from the Pizza Hut, Yeah. Domino's main competitor. And you know what it says? It says in bold black writing, "No one out-pizzas the Hut." I think that sounds more like a threat than a slogan. So one time, me and my mom were shopping at Walmart, and then when we went to check out our items at the cash register, the cashier asked, "Do you want any bags?" My mom said no, and then she kept kind of egging her on, saying, "Are you sure?" Because you know how they try to get you to spend more money.
10 cents.
Yeah, it's just like 10 cents. So then instead she replied no again, and then she took out her own bag. It was a paper bag, and it had the Target logo on it. Yeah. Oh my God, the cashier, she stared at the bullseye and I think she took it as a personal attack. Because after that, she was like strangely passive aggressive. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Don't bring bags of like competing brands to you. But finally, all of this is important because we only have one Earth and we gotta save it. No matter how many exoplanets there are out there, no matter how many times Elon Musk says we need to get to Mars, we gotta fix this first because no other planet out there could give us the quality of life that Earth provides for us. I mean, think about it. Like, okay, Earth is a beautiful planet and it's truly a rarity in the universe because it's been cultivated for billions of years just to allow life to thrive and flourish. And honestly, that is something truly amazing. And this is how we repay it. We need to actually step up and take effort into spreading the word and trying to take care of our environment because it might be too late and suddenly the earth just turns its back on us and it scoffs. Well, good luck, babe. Thank you.